it's Kylie, Bertucci, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, and I'm here with you today to talk about card templates. What are card templates, you may be asking? It's something that I created recently because I take part in a lot of tutorial bundles, and I find that it's a little bit difficult converting the different sizes. So it can be really challenging because I don't work in imperial, I work in metric. But then what I realized when I did these templates was that a lot of us really struggle with different measurements, even in our own measurements that we use. We're like, how do I make this card? Like, I suddenly talked to Jessie. I remember when she first started Stamping Up, and even when we first started, we sort of just would eyeball things and then keep cutting and cutting and cutting, and then we'd cut too much and it wouldn't look right and it was frustrating. So suddenly I realized there's a real need for us to have just a stash of these card templates that give us an idea of what layout we want to use. Now let me show you them, because until you see them you don't really understand what it's all about. But basically I have made these two different types. So one is for the imperial measurement and one is for metric. So this is inches and then the centimeters. So what I've done is, just as I create different cards, I have different layers that I like to use. So this is my card base, and I could actually write on here card base. So then I know every time I need a card base that this is the measurements that I would need to begin my card. So this is perfect if you're a beginner stamper. But even for some who are experienced and have been doing this a while, they have found this really, really useful, because what it's great for is you can sort of go, well, what layer would I like next? And this layer could be designer series paper or something that you want to do, like stamps an image. And then you might say, okay, well, what else would I like on here? Do I want another smaller layer? And then am I going to do like more of a rectangle shape here? And if so, what's that going to look like? Will that look right? Where will I place my sentiment? And the exciting thing is you can also add little punches. Like if you want to cut out a punch and just have like a circle punch here, then you'll know, okay, so the sentiment can go here, but that could represent all sorts of different shapes and sizes. So it's sort of giving you a lot more idea of how you want your card layout to be. A lot of us get a lot of inspiration from sketching. I know when I see a card sketch, it gives me just really great ideas, like my creative juices start flowing and I find that I can create a lot quicker. So I think that this really helps a lot of people to really just look at their card and get used to those measurements so that they know everything is lining up perfectly around each side. And then straight away you know exactly what you're cutting that at. So there's no more guessing, there's no more frustration with measurements, because it's already done for you. So I have pictures on the blog. If you're watching this from YouTube, I will have links below if you're not watching this on my blog. And it has a picture of all the different card layouts I've done in both metric and imperial. And of course, you can add to your repertoire. I have added since I've done those pictures. And it really, really does help me to just think of different ideas and different layouts. That, like, say you've got a smaller stamp set. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult with small stamp sets to know how to give it high impact, because on a full card, you're going to lose a lot of that sort of image. So getting a smaller layer, layering your cards like this, really help you to make that image pop out. And I love having like smaller layers around my card. So I might have this one here 9 centimeters by 13.4, but I could probably do one, if I don't have one here, I could create a new one. I've got 9.5, but I think it'd be good to have a 9.2 or 9.3 by 13 point, what's plus 3? 7. And just have that underneath as like a little small layer to put around there. So you can keep adding more card templates and layouts so that it helps you to be more creative and to get going quicker, because all of us are really short on time. And I think that this will really help a lot of people to just visualize what they want to do with the card, or get an idea. You might have a stamp set and you go, okay, I need a small layer to really make that stamp set pop out, you know, this looks great, this layout, and then you, wham, you're straight into it, you know what measurements you're doing, and you can really enjoy your card making a whole lot more. So I really hope that this video helps you. If you have any more questions about the card templates, please let me know. But I have done them in both imperial and metric, and I find that it really helps me with my tutorial bundle, because we actually have completely different card bases. Look at this. So the metric card is skinny and tall, and the American size card is a little bit wider and a little bit shorter. So we have very elegant cards here in Australia. No, I'm kidding. We're tall and skinny in Australia. But it really does show, like, our paper size is completely different. So you can't even just convert and go, oh, well, what's this in inches? No, it's a completely different card. And trying to understand that really helps, particularly when we're going to things like on stage and things like that. And we're like, what is this random card size? You know, why is this different? And this is why, because one is cut with A4 paper and one is with letter paper. So I hope that explains a little bit for you, and I really hope that you get to use these card bases, card templates, I should say. This is our card base, but these are card templates, and just keep adding to them. And if you find them useful, please let me know, because I love knowing that I've inspired people to find creativity a lot easier and to get their card making happening. Because even when I was doing classes in person, I remember that a lot of the ladies found it really, really difficult to know where to begin on their own. And so if you're already a demonstrator and you're doing demonstrations, these card templates would be perfect to bring to your classes to just show exactly what measurements you've used on your card layouts, and then they could either take a photo of those card layouts, the card templates, or they could just create their own from what you have in your stash. They may even come up with new ideas, new layers, and you can add that to it. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'm really excited that this card template idea has taken off and that you're all enjoying it. And I really wanted it to have its standalone video, so all of you can find it and understand a little bit about what it's going to do for you creatively, and also how you can start using them. So very good. We'll see you soon, everyone. Thanks for coming. Remember to subscribe. Bye.